LA told me you'd be a pop star. All you have to change is everything you are. Oh, hello, YouTube. It is I, the real Randy Chavez, and coming at you today with a VeVe OMI DEVVE DACAT update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Erica, the meow cat. Hello, Erica, with her little crazy kitten stuff on there. Anywho, we have a bit to go over today. This is going to be the last just normal stream, and then we have the Omi Homie show tomorrow, and then we have a couple of podcasts over these next few weeks. We have a meeting tomorrow. Wednesday, I may or may not be around. I'll keep you posted. Although we do have a DEVVE Spaces at 11 a.m. I haven't made a DEVVE video, specific video, in like a week, so I am going to probably do that after this, release that later. And then tomorrow may or may not go live. I'll keep you posted. Darcy Donovan's birthday is on Thursday. Gary Vaynerchuk will be in Ohio. I'm going to have Chris Severs on the podcast from Go Collect and all that. That'll happen on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might go live that night. I might not. And then I have Amanda Smith. She is the author of a book called, give me 1 second, I will let you know. I did not put, it is called Nope, it's not Womanizer. I will let you know what it is called. It is very dirty. Think 50 Shades of Grey, but worse or better, depending on your definition and what type of person you are. I'll keep you posted on other stuff as we get going. And then we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle drop that is going to happen on the 29th. Michelangelo going on over there. Stranger Things next week, and then Thanksgiving as well. Okay. Now that schedule's done, let's take a look at some of the stuff we have here. We'll do OMI, DEVVE, Definity. Let's do DEVVE first. DEVVE, we're down about 4% on the day to about 39 cents. I guess we were 41 and a half. We actually were down to 38.5. It's 38.98, so pretty much 39 cents over there. Let's take a look at what the stuff is going for, and we'll take a look here. All right, so we have $37 million market cap, not bad. Only 387,000 in volume, so that's something that I think that's going to need to go up quite a bit in order for us to go in and increase. The Telegram has been very, very active over the past couple of days. I was not able to keep up with it in Vegas. I caught up a lot today on it. For the most part, you have even when DEVVE was at $1.80, there was never any additional users than we had right now. We have like 10,000 wallet holders, or really I should say 10,000 wallets. The amount of wallet holders is probably a percentage of that, whether it's 95%, whether it's 3%. Like I'm going to say at least half. We might actually have 5,000 plus individual holders, because some of them are going to have multiple wallets. Some don't. I have a few, and I don't even have that. I have a couple wallets, but I don't even have that much. Enough to get in the whale group, but that's really about it. So I really should go on and I should probably get more wallets, because you don't really want everything in one place. But with this, you really want something that is. It's better that it's here when we have so little users and wallet holders, because then it's not going to take that many more people and that much more money in order for it to send. Again, we've gotten to $1.80, so over like a 4.5x from here, and we've gotten that with the same amount of users. It's just sentiment and buy pressure from those same people. We'll hit that again if we can confirm that whatever it is that they have for a partner, for their exchange partner. I'm still going to say mid to late December is when we get that. If it is, great. If not, no big deal. There's multiple other partners and stuff, but that's just with them. I think we can get back to all-time highs even with no new users. But when we do get new users, when we do get new wallet holders, and you have that hype, you have that marketing, and it's really not just going to be crypto. It's probably going to be people that are not in crypto, but they want to get it because of the fact that they'll be really helpful for financial rails and financial systems just in the stock market. Now, again, which stock market is it? I don't know. Which area of the world is it in? I don't know. It could be America. It could be London. anywhere in Europe, or it could be in Asia. I don't think any big ones would be in Africa, South America, or Australia. I think it would just be in those three places: Europe, America, and then Asia. So I'll keep you posted on it. I haven't bought any in a bit. I think I will pretty soon. I have, and then we have to go over some things on VeVe. I'll do that in a minute. I always tell people, yeah, I'd like to get to 1 billion OMI, and other stuff has to go up, like DEVVE. I will be selling some shares in a company I own, hopefully by next month, and then I'll get a lot more DEVVE, DFINITY, and OMI if they're at these prices. There's no guarantee that happens. I mean, there's no guarantee that they stay the same. The way it looks, the odds of them, all of these three actually going down are probably greater than 50% by then, just because Bitcoin's just had a heck of a couple months. Same with Ethereum. Actually, let's go over that before we go over the some of the other tokens we have. Also, everyone comment F down below to pay respects to DApp Radar, which are closing up shop. So, Bitcoin's down 13% on the week, 3.5%. Let's do on the day. Bitcoin and ETH down 3.5%, XRP down 4%, BNB down 2.5%, Solana down 6%, Lido Stake down 3%, Dogecoin down 5%, Cardano down 5%, Wrapped ETH and Bitcoin down 3%. Let's stick with 10% and above. Zcash is down 13.5%. And actually, most of the rest of these are pretty. ICP is up 13.5%. And I want to keep these. Pump funds down 16.5%. Hash is up 10%. And that's it as far as up and down, more double-digit percentage points. So now let's take a look at DFINITY. Ooh, down 6% on the day to 1.46 cents. We're actually down to 1.3 the other day. I assume this is just mostly with the rest of the market. We did have 370 in sells, 190 in buys. Actually, I'm sorry, what is the 801 in volume for the day? So again, pretty low for that volume. This is one of the things I was talking with Crypto Rain about before, and he's just like, yeah, DFINITY is one of those things where I see 100x, like 100x. That doesn't even get us to a $250 million market cap. I think it's several 100x. Now, again, is that something that's going to happen right away? No, probably not. But again, the money that they're making is pretty special. And I don't, who is this? Okay, very good. Join the profit. It's very special, and the amount of market cap that they have does not reflect that at all. The volume, there's 2,100 holders. This is not, again, they need marketing, but they need proper marketing. They need it. What they're doing on X is fine, and we have a screenshot about that we could actually go over. Let's see what we got here. It was from DEVVE. I'm sorry, DFINITY. Nope, that was a different one that I cannot go over yet. The quietest 50 to 100x play this cycle is hiding in plain sight. DFINITY by DFINITY Network, but the same team that already executes over $1 trillion in FX flows, fully licensed institutional DeFi engine, real revenue, real buybacks and burns, and institutional clients live. So again, very excited for it. Let's take a look at DACAT, and then I released a video that DeKingsley had made. DeKingsley's the artist, so all the art he does is like hand drawn, but the stuff everything we do is hand drawn. But for the ads, we've already had a DACAT trailer #1, and that was really good. Now the trailer was made with AI. What they have to do with it is they have to feed the art that the artist does by hand into the AI, into the platform, and then they make a trailer based off that. So this was the second one, and this was more like the first one was like a Marvel movie, like, yeah, this looks awesome. The second trailer today, this is more like a Oscar, like, ooh, what is, like, this would get an Academy Award if it were to be like animated, like if it were to be one of those things. But currently it's again just a comic that's going to be 80 something pages. We'll see. There's a couple of questions that I want to go over with it too while talking about DACAT. Again, I did put DACAT at the end of my speech. In Decon. Looks amazing. Oh wow, everyone giving me great comments on here. Love them for it. Looking forward to it. The Baker. We have VeVe fans. Oh, speaking of VeVe fans, what's going on? I'm just about to bring up your comment. So I missed you at the booth on Saturday during the gold silver logo redemption time. I wish the booth was more interactive. I think VeVe missed the point showing users the actual app. Too much physicals. Yeah, yeah. I took a look at. I went over that yesterday when a lot of people from Facebook were commenting on that. So yeah, you're agreed. You're right. Anyway, let me get to VeVe fans' comment over on YouTube, talking about the trailer. Like this is the Chronicles X VeVe comic. I should have put trailer number 2, but I didn't, so that was my bad. Anyway, he says the trailer looks pretty cool. I'm just curious that there's so many artists and writers that try to make successful comic books. What's going to make your comic book stand out from the rest? So I said this is a great question. A lot of other comics have multiple people working on it, and it doesn't make for one cohesive story, like a movie with multiple directors. I read a lot of new comics that come out. Some are good, a few are even great, but most are okay. We at DeCat have one writer and one artist, and the story is much better than most of the new comics that come out. I'm not. I swear, I'm not just saying that. I read a lot of this stuff, and now, granted, like Powerpuff Girls is kind of geared more towards kids. Even like Thundercats, it's like you go back and watch the old Thundercats now, which again we loved when we were kids. It's like very slow and very awkward, and it's like, but again, we loved it as kids, and but even the comics now are okay. You know, these stories, they have real stakes. They have a lot of fun stuff. Um, and again, you don't have 3 writers kind of snipping something out of each other. Well, I want this in, I want this in, and then it makes a weird thing. It's one writer, it's me, and then one artist is the Kingsley, and we work very well together. So this really helps. Um, and outside of that, there's a clip of Triple H who is talking about how at the time WWF was successful, like over something like WCW, and he's just like, yeah, I think it was him and it's Triple H and somebody else went out. It was a house show. Like it was not a great it wasn't a pay-per-view. It wasn't even like, on Raw, but it was a house show, and basically Triple H and whoever else they were at WWF, they gave them like they gave the audience like a pay-per-view match of like 40 minutes. Like they went hard. And they were staying at like a hotel next door where a lot of the fans were. And the fans were like, "Yeah, bro, that was amazing, dude. That was awesome. I'm gonna go to every single one of the shows that you guys bring back here." Because it was a sold out show. It's like, yeah, we were like a big wrestling community out here, and we went to WCW last week. They were in here, and you had like the two main. It was the Big Show who was the Giant at that time. I think he was wrestling like Goldberg, and it's like the match was like 15 seconds, and after that, Big Show was just like smoking, like walking from the ring. Like it just big letdown, big letdown. But your guys' match was awesome. And Triple H goes and explains. He's like, okay, we're getting this feedback from the people. Like this is not from an executive like an overpaid executive that says, oh yeah, I like this because of X, Y, and Z, and they're not out there. They're not talking to the fans. Like, no, this is from the actual people that are fans that go to these things and spend real money here. And he said that there were similar things, I guess, at each city he went to. He's like, okay, we're going to win. Like we're going to be the best ones. It might take a while, but if we keep this up and performing like we do, we're just going to outwork them. And that's what I did part of the day. I mean, I went to the gym. Um, I did some other stuff. I went shopping, and that because I don't have a lot of clothes here. And then I actually, could I media asset this? Can I have an overlay background? I have a background here. I don't know if this will work. I guess the background does not work. Can I? I don't want to hide it. Apparently, maybe it's the overlay. I don't know what the overlay would be. Like and follow, like and subscribe. Oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting overlay. I'll just keep it as that for now. Anyway, and those are the media assets. Anyway, for DeCat, the artwork is great, and that is no thanks to me because I have no artistic capabilities, no artistic bone in my body. But also a lot of other people that have comics out there, they can't really bring in the crypto crowd because they're not. I don't think there's any crypto comment down below if there's a crypto comic out there. You can make the argument that addiction is because, like, well, VeVe's in addiction and VeVe has the OMI token and addiction's a comic, and sure, there's a train of thought that goes there, and you can get some of the crypto crowd in that, but there's no other comics out there that really have anything to do with crypto, much less multiple communities like we have at DeCat. This isn't just DeCat, and this is why I'm pretty sure it'll sell out pretty quickly because you have Sharby on there, you have Crappy Bird, you have Chaos on the Chains, and that's just in the first comic. That's not including Ladies on Solana. That's not including the Heine coin. It's not including Monk. There's DigiJoints. There's a lot of us in here, and it's very exciting. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple of these ones as well. I want to do a Thierry comic, but I think this definitely comes first. What's up, Curtis M. Cooper? Good evening, or good evening, Curtis. Meow, meow, meow. Ben in Korea says, morning fan. Thank you, Ben in Korea, for being a member. Bill Gardner says, what up? Abe is close to the first one here. My man. All right. Now, let's see what DeCat, actually, before I see what DeCat has done. Oh, shit. On the day, I am going to ask everyone to smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash the super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Appreciate it, guys. You rock. And someone texted me. I don't know if I can. I know I can. Oh, it's in the 30s in Philadelphia. That is rough. All right, yeah. Let's take a look at DeCat and see what the crypto has done today. I feel like it's not going to be a lot. Down 4.5%. $2,000 in volume. So we actually have more volume than Definity. Actually not bad for volume. But yeah, 2K in volume and down 4.5%. A lot of it is just because we are attached to Ethereum and Ethereum's down. So that's pretty much it. But down to a $1.4 million market cap, which is very low. You see it as about 60-70% of what Definity is, or about 2.2 or 1.4. But we have $363,000 in liquidity, which is very nice. That's actually $181,000 in ETH, $180,000 in DeCat. So there's a nice amount in there for people. Oh God. Jason Pena says, Randy, I love the DeCat trailer. I can see the animated adaptation on Netflix. I think I tend to. I'm going to share it with Netflix or tag them in it and see how it goes. Iron Man 616 repost my stream. Close to the first. Negative. Always first. Always first. Good seeing you again, brother. Congrats on the award. Can't take my eyes off it. I love it. I should probably place it on the desk here. Can't get it out of this freaking thing. Go. See if I can untie it a bit. You know what? It doesn't need to be untied. Put it up right next to there. Anyway, appreciate y'all voting for me. I did not ask, but it is much appreciated. And now let's do some OMI because we live in that age here that people are going to want that. Comi's actually up 2.5% on the day to 000193. We were actually up to almost 00023 on the day before going down to 18-ish, and now $54 million market cap, 3.5 million in volume on the day. I just want to see where some of these are. Gate.io has more than a third, 35% of it. Bitmart's 13%, Tcoin's 29%. OKX 6.5%, actually 7%. Uniswap has 4.5%. So Yeah, we really need a little more volume. So the pillars are in place for this to become an incredible company, but you really need more users, and that again, we'll focus on that with a common curator program. We'll focus on that with I can't wait for like two days from now, 5 days from I don't know when they're going to drop the article on what they talked about at Decon, because that should change everything. Maybe not right away, but we'll see. Bill Garner says jewels are officially no longer spawning in Earth2. 125 million jewels spawned, 78-ish million are not burned. So 47 million were burned. The 125 million will be found in the game. That is oh no, okay, so 30 million. So there were 200 something. 125 million will be found in the game. That is amazing. And I can't wait to see where that goes. Actually, let's take a look at Essence real quick. See what they're up to. Go look at Essence. Ooh, they're at almost 2.1 cents almost. They've actually been down to 2 cents. They were actually down to 1.9-ish. But they're $8.7 million market cap, so they are very low. And I am going to try to get a little more Essence as it goes on, because this is very, very low market cap. I think this could go for hundreds of millions, if not billions, in my opinion. None of this financial advice. His basement, are you in Link Place? So I'm in a puppy's basement. He dog napped me, and I'm here, taking care of this pupper. Hit that like button. Yeah, always on Mass Murders. Reckless 517. Pick up your gold and silver. I picked up 2 of my gold and silver coins, and they are, well, one of them might be for sale if y'all want, or they're the physical coins. One of them might be for sale. The Yayo reposting the stream. What up? So yeah, if anyone wants one, shoot me a DM. Actually, if anyone wants, I might sell a couple of these things here. We'll get to VeVe now, because VeVe's got some stuff here. We have announcements to go over. Look at that. Vault value is almost 25K. Now this My Toy prototype is this is about $500. Now this is a 1 of 63. And the floor price on it is $499. And again, it's a 1 of 63, so it's not like it's a 1 of 15. Maybe I might sell it for 500. I don't know if that one sells. We'll see. The VeVe trophy, I don't know what this is worth. I don't know if anyone else has redeemed theirs yet. I can't even sell it, even if I wanted to. Secret rare. We got a couple sets out of these too, which is really cool. And it is the number 15. I got the last one. Then there's the Cocoa Pouch prototype, which is, I think, this is a 1 of 15 as well. I have the number 4 in this. And again, for whatever reason, it says I can't sell. Curious as to why. There's a Welcome Toby, which I think is going to be a 1 of 60. Oh no, this is a 1 of 15 also. And I have number 15. That's really great. Again, can't sell that either. And then the Drugum Kill Frog, which was listed at 4,900, but I can't sell mine either. And this one I think is also 63 editions. It is. So yeah, very curious. Maybe someone poolsides it when I go in. Got to get the secret rare common version of my. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that with the Yayo, my man. I got your hat right here. It's a little glittery right now because the girls I was with, they gave me glitter. Well, they didn't give me glitter. They put glitter on me. That sounds dirty. It was not. Anyway, I will wash it. I gotta get secret rare version. Okay, so yeah, let's go over that real quick. Do I have it in my? I might have it. Yeah. Okay. So you have the Michelangelo Incognito, the Incog Ninja, 40 gems. It's an ultra rare. I think that one's gonna be a bit though. Let's go to X because VeVe they'll have it. Yeah. If we go to the editions, the ultra rare, there's 487 of them. So we're obviously gonna hope to get the ultra rare. But and if we can, you know what, great. But the ultra rare, that is there's gonna be like nobody getting the special edition, right? Because like there's a lot of these. Like that there's a lot of these editions. There's 3,451 editions total between the special edition, the common, and the ultra rare. Now the commons might go for like $10, right? The ultra rares though, because there's only 487 of them, that might that I think that should go for at least retail. Like if you get the ultra rare, you should at least retain those funds. If not, have it go a bit higher. Now I'm not saying one of 487 will be like, $500 or anything, because as of right now, there's not enough users to make it go for that price. But well, maybe specific mint numbers. But I think because of the fact, even if half of these sell, which might be a lot, but if half of these sell and you have 244, then these ultra rares can you could probably double your money with it, if not more. Now the special edition, again, if half of these sell, and be like 40 of them, these should go for several hundred. If you can get a special edition, they should go for several hundred, because there's going to be some of these people, like there is enough, not just users, but there is enough whale users where they should be able to go and get a special edition, even if half of them sell and you have 44 of them. So I would wait, because you have, I think you have enough whales here that are gonna be like, okay, yep, it's the first appearance. Let's do the description. Easygoing, energetic, and always ready with a quip, Michelangelo is the fun-loving heart of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This orange bandana, trusty nunchaku, and boundless enthusiasm, Mikey brings a light-hearted spark to every mission. From classic looks to stealth suits and battle armor, the series of digital collectibles captures many sides of the party dude, whether he's undercover, in the dojo, or saving the day with his trademark flair, and maybe a pizza run afterwards. So again, there's more than 40 whales out there. Like there's more than 40 level 100s, right? Um, again, should go for several $100s. The ultra rare, because they'll be, again, if we get half, 244, it might go for 100. But the common, I see that as the common essentially be like cannon fodder to like, which could be great if you want to, like, let's say you don't, like the ultra rare is cool, special edition's cool, but let's say if you want the common, like you just want to stack the common, like remember when people stacked not droids, but the like clone troopers, like, yeah, I'm gonna stack these all day, $10, right? Like let's go to that real quick. um there are 160 stormtroopers out there, and now they're $8 still. That is wild. um there are 8 of them, or they're $8. um I would have thought that they'd be cheaper, because the stormtroopers are 15,000 editions, which is insane. Like 15,000 editions is a lot, and they've retained a lot of their value. $8.88. Fuck, dude, maybe. So again, if you have like the $40, and you can maybe get these for $10 each, might be better to stack them, because there's going to be a lot of people that come in, and when they come in, the, the special editions will be out of range, and even the ultra rares are going to be like, you know good. They're going to want them, But even still, those the ultra rares might be several hundred in 6 months, 8 months when new users come in. So a lot of people will be like, okay, let's get the common because the common will no longer be $10 at some point. It'll be 20 and 30 and then 40. Like it'll be back to retail. Um, because these is one of those things where everyone will probably want one. So again, there's 15,000 stormtroopers and they're $8.88. These are going to be how many of these are going to be? Go to the editions. 2,900 of them. Let's say 3,000. So a fifth. I mean, are these? That might be the math that they did. It's like, okay, well, if the stormtroopers are $8 and there's 5 times more of them, decrease it by, multiply it by 5, and maybe that's how they get the 40. Um, if these sell out, they might even go under. They might go to like 8. In which case the ultra rare might go to like 75, 80, and those special editions might be a couple hundred, which would be great if they could. If they, I don't think it's gonna sell, but let's say they do, right? Let's see. It's $138,000. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that, but again, making half of that. Yeah, sure. 69,000 coming nice down below the 69. Yeah, 69K would be. I could see that because again, the special edition's gonna go crazy. And yeah, diorama looks good too. Diorama looks good too. We got a couple of things going on here. What the heck just happened? My phone just glitched out. That is strange. I'm trying to. There we go. Is the diorama sold separately? I think it's sold separately. Anyway, VeVe trophy. I think Pokemon Championship trophy goes for 20K. Well, my trophy Kangaskhan went for 279 a few years ago, and there's 10 of those at PSA 10, and there's maybe another 40 of them that are not PSA 10. But yeah, these are one of 15, and it's got my name engraved on it though. I don't know. People would really want, bro. This is Randy Chop. Like, maybe someone will make me a crazy offer for it. I've had offers already for like several $100s for it. Maybe the digital could sell for stuff. I don't know. Maybe I keep the digital. I don't know. Both have to be a couple grand, right? Because again, all of those things make a set. Like if you go to, let's say like my sets, and then we sort by full sets or complete sets, I should say. What are these called? Prototypes, or are these called VeVe? My internet is not great here today. Go more. Go more. Mariachi. Oh, Marvel Mighties. Love these Marvel Mighties. Got most of these sets here. Okay, D&D, take over. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so here's one of the VeVe awards. It says owned. I got 3 of 3 there. And it's weird. Like it says in this. Yeah, it says I have 3 of 3, but I really actually should have like 5 of 5. And then there's another award that says 2 of 2. So I guess it is 5 of 5. 2 of them are in one set, and 5 of them are, and 3 of them are in the other, which is fine. But yeah, all of these together, there's only 171 of them, and I have 5 of them. So, small detail, special edition eye mask looks red on Mikey. It is because it's the OG, right? Where do I? No. Long story short, well, let me pull it up. Because it says classic edition. everyone had the red one back in the day. Like in the OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they all had the red bandana. The colors were added later, so that's why. Digital trophy. I don't think so. But that's a good. I didn't check. Let me see. I don't think so. There's no way. No, it just says 2025 on there. Mine says Randy Chavez, which is nice. Very nice. So much. Okay. Thoughts on edition size for the drop? Will sell out. I just went over that. We're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like I just went over that the last like 7 minutes. Um, so just rewind like 7 minutes and you'll see. Michelangelo base of yep. I'll get three of it. If you're gonna get three of them. Um, I mean, I'll definitely gamble. I'll definitely get one because and I especially the chasers are they make it worth it because I got the Hughes, the Patrick Hughes this weekend. I spent $200 on it because I wanted to try for the one of one, or maybe get the secret rare, the ultra rare. You might not have, but I got all common. I got wrecked. So maybe for TMNT, I get a special edition. Could be cool. Could be cool. Fooled me once, shame on me. Fooled me twice, shame on. Okay, most women versus okay. So yeah, we'll take a look at on that day. I'll let you know how much my budget is. It's probably not going to be a lot because I really want to get more crypto. So I'll keep you posted. Anyway, let's speaking of which, let's get to the news here because we've been talking 36 minutes without news. Yesterday. JP Morgan says Bitcoin has strong support around 94K. Well, then why did it go to 91 today? And they still see a potential move toward 170K. DEVVE, we have a guy in DEVVE saying, why sell when we're obviously headed for exponential growth and adoption? I'll never sell, I don't think. It's unnecessary with the structured lending protocols and liquidity pools. The money will pour in with time. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. And the funniest part is, I read some of the poorly understood sentiments some of the people here. I say this with love. And I just laugh because they have no idea how fortunate they are. The real tragedy will be when some of those people sell their DEVVE for cheap. I'll never forget that I was 24 years old and I purchased a large sum of ETH when it was very cheap. And I wound up selling it at about $400. And I thought it was a genius. If I had only known. Look at this picture of Rudy in the background of the girl, and he's just doing the robot. Oh, freaking love him. And Heather, miss her. Oh my god. Okay, I met Facebook Sparky. So Sparky fell asleep in the car. And then Tammy took us to like we went to go to decon. So she puts decon in the GPS, but the GPS takes us to DavCon printing, and Tammy's like, "All right, we're here," and I was like, "I don't think this is it." Oh, that was great. Oh, I have to go that fusion. Okay. Um, here's Sparky with my little cat, little kitty cat. Here's Matt Gondek's beautiful, beautiful photo. Actually, I don't even think I could show that. Follow us, follow us. I want to go to all right. This technology that they have at Driver over there was awesome. You have like a comic, you put the phone onto the comic, and then it like animates. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like that was really fun. We're gonna try to see if we can do that for one of our future Decat comics. So I'm talking about the diorama. It's a Michelangelo base out. Hang on. Give me 1 second, John. The VeVe. Oh God, what are you? Yeah, I don't know why it's not giving me the option to look at the diorama on the. All right, let me try to. Okay, the uncommon diorama has 3,900. Yeah, so this again, the diorama looks really cool. Dioramas typically don't do that well, but the diorama that we had for the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one was wild. Let me take a look at it. I'll let you know what it. Oh shit! There's so many of these. 5th birthday, Venom. Let's see how much these were. How many were sold? 865. They made $26,000 on the diorama, which is nuts because you typically wouldn't see that. The dioramas usually make a couple grand. This made, yeah, I saw it on the X feed. So this diorama might be, it might do pretty well. You know, we'll see. One of my 1 of 63s, the content was removed because it was flagged as inappropriate. I was like, it's your collectible, VeVe. What's going on? President Trump says, I only care about one thing, that we are #1 in crypto. Thank God. This Psyduck is how I feel sometimes. Tom Lee's Bitmine has bought $234 million worth of Ethereum this past week. While you're scared, whales are buying. Bitmine Immersion bought 67,021 Ethereum worth $234.47 million this past week from Galaxy Digital, Falcon X, and Coinbase. Whales are accumulating. Turkey is ready to send troops to Gaza. That's not going to end well. Rising Star has said the grind don't stop. Even the Uber driver got to find out about VeVe. That I wish we had 1,000 more Rising Stars, because that is what we need. Those boots on the ground talking to people about VeVe, showing the AR capabilities is what we need. We need 1,000 Rising Stars in every color. We need a brown one. We need a white one. We have a black one. That's how you connect. That's how you connect to the other groups. Let's face it. Not everyone likes brown people, white people, black people. Like, we all got to connect differently. Who do you go send to sell, you know, a southerner on, like, a racist southerner on something? Do you send like a liberal from New York, or do you send someone that, you know, is can identify as a little bit like that? You want the money, you got to play the game. Just in, Japan is considering a 17 trillion yen, aka $110 billion stimulus package. More liquidity is bullish for risk on assets. That's hysterical. Sucks. Morgan, my friends. Pikachu. There's this. This is from last year. That was fun. That was a fun time. U.S. plans to finalize trade deal with China before Thanksgiving. That would be freaking great in the next week. $100 million worth of crypto was liquidated at 8:55 a.m. yesterday, which is insane. Look at that door, with the VeVe. I can't believe Heather took that part. They were doing so Gary Baseman's celebration of Toby is a limited quantity, sold for $215. So this Whatnot, and it was Philly 54 that won. So this Whatnot stuff that they're doing, they're getting that bread. So shout out to Max and Janie for just crushing it. Shout out to them for going in and really getting this bread for the greater good for VeVe. New gold logo holders are Collectors Gone Digital, K Collections, Kid Arcade, and The One Who Laughs. Shout out to them. They deserve it. They all deserve it. Good for them. Glad to have them in the fam. There's Psyduck. Sorry, some of these are great. I went over the decon stuff yesterday, talking about new users in the booth, in the club, we all fam. So right now the conventions for decon are really more for brand recognition and to celebrate, you know, the current users. New user acquisition probably gonna have to come through other channels, like mine, like Rising Star, like everyone else. New craft. Darth Vader stands as a symbol of Empire's unrelenting power and fear. Users holding any one item from the Darth Vader can craft the Darth Vader Samurai Eyes of the Empire digital collectible. Crafting requires 10 gems and will be available on first come, first served basis starting 23 November, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and closes December 31st. 11:59 Pacific time, PM. Welcome back to Cat Token. That is #1 on Memezilla. Shout out to Cat. Meow. From DEVVE, starting tomorrow, we have 4 full weeks until mid-December, and I'm telling you, this is when the team is really going to deliver what everyone's been waiting for. The roadmap is sharp, focus is at its peak, and everything is in place. We're about to see tangible progress, long-awaited features coming to life, real momentum across every part of DEVVE, and I'm 100% confident that this period will take us to a whole new level. And yes, let Major come on board as a partner. After all these years of collaboration, this is the moment everything clicks and we can finally make Moonin happen. Buckle up in the next few weeks because they're going to be exciting, productive, and groundbreaking. This is what DEVVE's all about. I agree, senor. That's hysterical. Sparky was putting on a lot of fake glitter onto herself, and me too. And I've been getting these glitter freckle things on TikTok, and I don't want them. I don't know how to make them stop. Billions? Oh shoot. Believe. Okay, very good. I don't know what that's about. 2025 trophy. More trophies. McDonald's sees record surge in job applicants as crypto market continues to fall. That's hysterical. Japan considers to classify 105 crypto assets as financial products and push a flat 20% tax. Yesterday was 9 years since I had my last day in the military and a little going away party with some friends. One out of league started. Oh. Good morning. Detailed planning. All right. All the detailed planning that's gone into launching the dev suite of products, I'd be really surprised if they left the CASP and VAST licensing applications sit on the shelf to the point where it risks derailing the launch of those products to the next quarter of Q1. Other than that, the team has repeatedly confirmed that the Q4 roadmap is on target, and I, for one, am more than willing to take them at their word because they've earned this. I'm here. More confirmation. Saying goodbye. BlackRock has deposited $467 million in Bitcoin and $176 million in ETH to Coinbase. That was this morning. Michael Saylor's Strategy has bought 8,178 Bitcoin for $835.6 million. Crappy Bird update saying we're working on improving the legacy of the Crappy Bird game, new face design, social features, even chat with XMPP implementation, ready to roll on Farcaster, more dynamic backgrounds, and flexible for different partners and integrations. We have not stopped building on base, not even for one day. That is bananas. Can't even talk about that. This little $20. $200 million worth of crypto longs were liquidated between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. today. Definity token. The U.S. is preparing $2,000 stimulus checks for next year. Japan is preparing a $110 billion stimulus package. China has approved a $1.4 trillion stimulus package. Fed is officially ending QT on December 1st. The U.S. is issuing a $1.9 trillion in treasuries per year. Canada is restarting its quantitative easing program. Global M2 money supply is at a record 137 trillion. Jesus. And global rate cuts are at 320 plus over the last 24 months. In what world is another wave of inflation not on its way? Every government is doing this, and Charles Hoskinson says you all have paper hands. Love it. $10 was put into Akomi, Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, DACAT, Doji, Elon Mars, Pepe, Mogcoin, and SPX 6900 back in August. And Akomi is outperforming all of them. DACAT's number 4 on there. But yeah, Akomi's outperforming all of them. When is Definity going to finish with their Series A fundraise? I can't wait to see what they do with those funds. Yo, this picture of Donkey Kong goes hard, bro. DApp Radar. DApp Radar is the world's DApp store, the most trusted source for exploring Web3 projects across 80 plus blockchains, home to $Radar. They have 237,000 followers over on X. And after 7 years, it's time to say goodbye. We've made the difficult decision to shut down the DApp Radar platform. Running a platform of this scale became financially unsustainable in the current environment, and after exploring every option, we had to make the difficult decision to wind things down. When we started back in 2018, the space was at the beginning. A few early drops, a few curious builders, and a lot of open questions about decentralized applications might go. Inspired by CryptoKitties, we built Tap Radar to help people discover and understand the new world. We've been through bull markets and bear markets, and we're proud to have helped millions of users discover dApps, do research, and learn through our content. We worked with hundreds of blockchains and thousands of developers and projects. Our data was cited by journalists, used in research papers, and shared in languages across the world. Blockchain can often feel chaotic, and our mission was to make it more understandable and trustworthy. As we step away, we do so knowing that we did the right things, stay tuned to our principles, and we were a net positive to this industry. In the coming days, we'll start winding down the platform. As part of this process, we will stop tracking blockchains and dApps and begin shutting down associated services. Regarding the DAO and the Radar token, this will be communicated separately through the usual DAO channels. There are still decisions to be made, and we want the community to be part of that. The mission is to help people explore and understand decentralized applications, and it shouldn't end here. The Web3 space still needs a home for discovery, and we hope someone will fill that gap and carry the torch forward. To our community, our partners, our investors, and everyone who believed in us, thank you for your trust, your feedback, your patience, and your energy. You made this journey memorable. Hell yeah. Avant-Garde Interactive says the challenge mode now displays the inputs based on action time so that it's less stressful to remember everything, though you still need to know the active weapon and or style needed to execute them. They use OMI in there, which is very nice. Trump-backed Gaza plan passes for UN Security Council. Hamas rejects international force. UN Security Council voted 13-0 to approve the creation of a Board of Peace and an international stabilization force for Gaza under Trump's comprehensive plan to end the Gaza conflict. China and Russia abstained but did not block it. Hamas immediately rejected the UN plan, calling it an international guardsmanship mechanism, and saying all Palestinian factions oppose any foreign force operating inside Gaza. In a statement on Telegram, Hamas argued the mission would strip neutrality and effectively block. I don't really care anymore. Subset of community under maintenance. We have VeVe Meister saying Stacker's under maintenance, and he thinks he knows what happens next. I think that was just because you couldn't swap anything, not because of the cash out to gem and all that. I think that's a whole separate thing. That's going to be in a couple of days. But you just couldn't swap anything on Stacker today, so that's why it was down. The crypto market has erased more than $1 trillion in value. The drawdown is mostly structural and not a fundamental crack. LTHs and institutions are still absorbing Bitcoin, says Coinbase executive. This is from Cointelegraph. Are they moving KYC finally? We shall see. We shall see. Bitcoin's ETH holdings reached 3.6 million after acquiring 54,156 tokens over the past week. Bitcoin's market depth, the market's capacity to absorb large trades without suffering big price swings, has fallen roughly 30% from this year's highs. CBOE Futures Exchange do offer trading in continuous futures for Bitcoin and ETH on December 15th, my birthday. White House reviews proposed IRS rule to tax Americans' foreign crypto accounts. Number of Bitcoin whales wallets that possess more than 1,000 Bitcoin is gradually declining. In contrast, the retail cohort, consisting of those who hold less than one token, has seen an uptick. Amina becomes the first international banking group to offer comprehensive crypto trading with custody access in Hong Kong. Okay, we're very good. We got that. We got that. I have to go to, is this? Give me 1 second here. All right, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. I have a video for Devi I'm going to have to make, so I'll release that in like an hour. Until then, don't forget to tip your waitress. I love y'all. Go get that bread and I'll continue on. Everyone say goodbye to Erica. Goodbye, Erica. Ooh. Meow, 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 meow. Never mind.